Good morning. This is the Board of Assessors. Their motion to open the meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Be kind enough to introduce yourselves, please.
Sue Pickard.
Kelly Koska.
Liberio Solis.
Mark Centerizio. It is November 22nd, 2018.
October.
Oh, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. What did I say, November?
Yeah.
Already? I wanted Halloween here.
I know.
October 22nd, 2018 at 9:09 a.m. This is the Board of Assessors. Notice is hereby given. You want me to read this? I don't have to.
Sure.
Read this.
Read it if you like. You don't have to do that. Just
Notice hereby given, Acushnet Board of Assessors will be holding a public meeting on Monday, October 22nd, 2018 at 9 a.m. in the Selectmen's Meeting Room, 122 Main Street, Acushnet, Mass. Board of Assessors to review and vote recommendations of tax shift FY19 to present to the Board of Selectmen at classification hearing scheduled for October 23rd, 2018, 5 p.m. Tax shift scenario worksheet provided by Kelly. With that, I'll turn it over to you, Kelly.
okay. If you all had an opportunity to look at the worksheet, last year's FY18's tax shift was voted on by the Board of Selectmen at 25%. If you look at the scenario of keeping it the same, last year's certified tax rate was $14.42 per thousand residential, $18.50 commercial, industrial, personal property. By keeping it parallel with 25%, this year the tax rate would be $14.18 and $14.18 residential, $18.20 commercial, industrial, personal property. This tax rate is provided by and calculated by using an estimated levy limit of $17,681,735 with a submitted, not yet approved, new growth of $211,348. We are in an interim year for the town of Acushnet when it comes to certification with the Department of Revenue. The debt exclusion and other facets of the 2.5% based on last year's levy is already computed into that $17.6 million estimated levy limit. With that being said, overall, the value of the town has gone up approximately 5%, mostly in the residential category. Personal property is seen as 8% increase from FY18 and industrial about 3%, with commercial at a basically level at a 0% change and residential at a 5% change. Overall average 5% change of value. Last year, FY18 at $1,152,639,000. $1,152,639,265 to this year at $1,214,592,162 is the overall, with a difference of about $61 million from last year. So, what does the board want to recommend to the selectmen for tomorrow night's classification?
Personally, I like to see 20%. I don't know about you, Lee.
Yeah, 20% is good.
With that, we would like to, make that motion?
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
So we would have the tax shift at 120%, correct?
Okay, so I will write that recommendation to the selectmen. Again, it is just that, a recommendation. Statutorily, the Board of Selectmen do the ratification of the vote of the tax shift for the town.
The last 5 years has been at 25%, is that correct?
Yep,
Roughly the last 7 years, I believe?
it'll be almost the last 6 years.
Okay.
We've been at 25%. We haven't been a single rate within my tenure here since '01. We've seen basically changes between the 25, 20, as low as 15% in the early 2000s, but we usually average between the 25 and 20% tax shift mark.
And residential is the one that went up 5%.
This year, yeah. Of course, again, our town is predominantly residential. If you, the disbursement, which isn't written on here, on how value is dispersed, we're about at a 91% residential value. Then the other commercial, industrial, personal property make up the other 9% to make 100% of the town's value.
And with that change will only bring from 1418 to 1426 for residential, and from 1820 to 1747 for commercial, correct?
Right, if you're looking at this year's numbers,
Yep.
from what's been certified last year, 1442 is our certified tax rate last year for residential. If we went with the Board of Assessors recommendation, it'd go to 1426 for the 20%.
Still less, right?
Right, and then 1850 was the certified tax rate, FY18, with a 25% shift. If we went with the Board of Assessors recommendation of 20% for this year, we're looking at 1747.
You
Which
mean,
would be-
the assessors wanted 120, last year the selectmen wanted 125, correct?
Yeah.
That is correct. Our recommendation last year was
Just
also
want the people out there in
120.
TV land to understand that.
Okay.
With that, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, folks. Have a great day.